start. So I'm Wilbur. This is Half-Life. This is Half-Life. This is Half-Life 2. I'll tell you when to start the time bomb. Okay. There's a bit of a cutscene first, and it's not time. So this is Half-Life 2, any percent, new engine, no void clip. That's a lot of words, and I'll explain what they mean later. So there's a bit of a train ride at the start of the game, just after the G-Man talks to us for a bit. And we're going to try and skip this train ride by doing some tight save loads. Sorry, my voice is confusing me. Yeah, so by save loading repeatedly, we can clip one train forward and basically push ourselves out of the train carriage with the carriage behind us. So you'll be seeing a lot of loading screens, and after the loading screens, we'll be out of the train. Yeah. Oh, time, sorry. Start the timer. Yeah, it's all right. Okay. I'm sorry, I forgot. Oh, no. So, yeah. You're supposed to be in that train for a while. Instead, we can just hop out of it. So I'm doing a trick called ABHing and ASHing. So if you're familiar with like some Source games, some games on this engine, there's a trick called bunny hopping. That's where you jump forward and you build up speed. Basically, they tried to patch this out, so they made it so when you've got when you hit the ground, when you jump, if you've got over a certain speed, it'll give you negative velocity. So this negative velocity, if you're going backwards, just acts as more velocity. So you end up building exponential amounts of speed from jumping backwards. And if you hold S, it'll give you positive velocity. So you can just hold S, and you'll just build up a ton of speed while jumping forward. So that's how we're doing things like this, where we're jumping backwards. You'll also saw I teleported Barney with Chinese food. That just happens. Sometimes, so when an NPC collides with a prop, the game tries to resolve this. So it pushes the NPC to the next point where it's supposed to be. This results in just the NPC teleporting. So we'll do another one soon. I'm just trying to make a stack because we can't skip this cutscene. So I got nothing else to do. Sorry, my voice is like a bit staggered. I'm trying to speak through like an echo of myself, and it's very, very confusing. Yeah, the stack didn't work, so it's unlucky. There's also no game sound right now, which is unnerving. We tried to teleport him again there, but it just didn't work. So we're just going to head out and continue on the run. So this map load is very long. Okay. This is the first instance of a trick called save deletion. So that got rid of the door at the top of the stairs. And we're also just going to go through that guy. If you go quick enough, you can just clip through him. Basically, save deletion is you make a save, and then you delete that save. And then you try and reload the save, and the game's like, well, we don't have the save. So it just puts you onto that map, but sometimes it breaks a little bit. So in that case, there's no door. we don't have to delete the save anymore because you can just name the save as we use colon. So that's just a symbol that the game doesn't recognize and it can't put into a file name. So it just never makes a save. And yeah. So we're just going to go around here and jump over this guy. By doing that, we actually just skipped a significant portion of this map. Along with that, we also skipped the trigger that allows you to take damage. So we're going to be going up here and starting the biggest skip in the run. So this will skip a 7-minute long cutscene, but it takes about 2 minutes to do. So it saves like 5 minutes. So we're going to go down here. There's an invisible wall there, so we just go bonk to the side. And we'll bring this bucket. We're going to do a trick called BBT. That stands for Bill's Big Thrill. It was named after a player called Bill the Thrill, who was a casual player who discovered this. You'll see that like we rubbed that prop up against the tire. It didn't quite work, but that was just a bad angle. But yeah, and then this starts floating. Once we jump into it, we start floating as well. So we can float up and get into this room. Once we're here, we have to get this guy to knock us out. And we're still actually in that trick. So whenever we jump, there's a point set. That point is like half of our hitbox. So we're going to jump, set that point, and crouch. Once we have crouched, we can't stand up, or else the point will reset. We're going to touch that point with another prop, and that'll put us back into the floaty state. It's pretty confusing, and it involves the way this game works. So basically, in this game, there's 2 physics engines. And the way that they intersect results in some weird stuff, such as like you floating, and there's the thing that we bumped ourselves with. And we're going to get ourselves up here. So, no, that's not going to work. I tried to do a really quick setup there. So we're up here. We're setting ourselves in a position where once we transition onto the next map, this position will be on the next map, this position will be past a cutscene. So okay, that's really bad. We have to just do that again. So we set ourselves in a position that's past a cutscene. This means that if we can get ourselves... God. Basically... God. There's so much going on here, and it's really hard to explain. And I'm also messing it up, so it's like very, very not good. Okay. So yeah. Basically, when you touch a prop and you're crouched in this state, you'll teleport to wherever you were last standing. So we're going to abuse this, so that way we set a point up there that's past the cutscene on the next map, and we're going to touch a prop as we transition map. This will mean that we'll teleport to that point and transition maps at the same time. So we'll end up being past the cutscene on the next map. I'm simplifying a bit, but that's basically the gist of it. We have to set the point with a lot of speed, because we're not in a position where we can actually stand straight away when we skip the cutscene. So we end up having to do some shenanigans. Oof, I don't trust that. That might have worked, but I'm just going to do the safe setup.
Whenever you're ready, we've got a few donations.
Sorry, what was that?
We have a few donations.
I'll give you a point where we've got lots of time for that. Okay, so we land back here, and then we go inside the window. Okay, that's the hard part done. So now we ride down this elevator with Alex to the level transition. Even with it messing up this many times, we're still saving a huge amount of time over doing the cutscene, so I'm not worried. Yeah, this is called Red Letter Day skip because it skips the cutscene in Red Letter Day. where like you'll teleport and you meet Kleiner and you do all these sort of things, and we just don't worry about that. So yeah, we're grabbing this palette and we're going to position it in a very, very precise position. This is like sub-pixel perfect, basically. And yeah, so just let me line this up. Okay, we're good. Let's see if it worked. No! Okay, we're out of bounds. Hold on. Is there a better way I can do this? Yes. No. Okay, no, we'll just do it again. We'll just try it again. That's really unlucky. Basically what happened is we were slightly out of position and we were too far back. And that meant that the trick didn't work. So we'll give it one more go. If this doesn't work, we'll just cheat a little bit. Oh, we got an achievement. Okay. We'll give it one more go. Yeah, if you want to go over the donations, I guess there's nothing much going on.
All right, thanks for passing it over to me. We have a $74 donation from Chase of Oreos that says, "Good luck, Wilbo. Feet % next year."
Hi, Oreos. Probably not.
We also have a $7.40 donation from Nipia. Sorry if I mispronounced that. It says, "Yo, Wilbo, what is your favorite sorting algorithm?"
What is my favorite what?
Your favorite sorting algorithm.
Okay, so on my stream, I often have song requests on, and people tend to request really dumb stuff, such as just algorithms of sorting things, and it sounds amazing. I love listening to it. And they're all my favorite. I can't pick.
I have to say that mine is BOGO sort. That's got to be my favorite.
I honestly can barely hear what you're saying.
It's random. It's like just randomly guessing.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm 99% sure this one works. If it doesn't, everyone just ignore that I cheat if it doesn't, okay? Hey, okay. So we're just above the map now, and we're just going to head down, and we skipped over Red Letter Day. And now we're going to do another save delete to get us the suit. This means we can sprint now. That's pretty important. And we're just going to grab a barrel. We need this barrel to do a trick called item climbing or prop climbing. Basically, by pressing E and then jumping, you can kind of just climb up walls with items. And then we're just going to hop over on an invisible wall above these fences. Oh, never mind. Going to try it again. And there we go. And now we're just going to get this pallet and set it up just here and just kind of jump over that fence. And we're going to save delete again here to get the crowbar. Because Barney was supposed to give us to us on the last map, but we just skipped him. Because he's pretty slow. So now we just continue on. Okay. Yeah, a lot of this run comes down to just trying to optimize your movement. That was so close to a trick called dumpster launch, where you launch off the dumpster and land up here. But instead we have to just iron climb. And I'm trying to just ABH to look cool. Ooh, I took a lot of damage. Okay. I just need some HP. Sometimes when I'm walking through these tight hallways, I'm holding W and A or W and D along a wall, and that's a trick called wall strafing. It's just a fast way of moving. Oh no. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we just like went over that entire map, and now we're here. A large portion of this game is just, yeah, doing stuff to get over things in really weird ways or launching over things. There's supposed to be a huge firefight there, but you can just skip it by just jumping on that. And we're just going to continue going through here. Okay.
A quick plug, everyone. We're only $50 away from the $2,000 mark. So get your donations in at donate.ausspeedruns.com.
Wow, that's really impressive. Okay. Oh no. Yeah. So I'm just trying to optimize my movement, making sure that I can ASH and AVH through as much of the game as possible and get as much speed on those AVHs as I can. We're just doing a trick now called sprint swimming. That's where you sprint and swim. By sprinting before you start swimming, you can just hold sprint through swimming. Oh, and we landed a beautiful sequence there and got right through that tunnel. That's actually really hard to do. It saves like a second, but, you know, it's fine. Okay, so this is, we're coming on to probably the most awful map of the game. It's like, I'm only gonna lose like, at most, like 30 seconds here. But it's so bad. It's Canal 03. This map introduces manhacks, which are like these horrible flying things you'll see in a second. And they can just slow you down so much. There's just nothing you can do. It's impossible. We're also just trying to teleport this guy. Hey. Yeah. These guys are horrible. They're actually vicious, and sometimes they'll just annoy me. So far, so good. Okay, this is the hardest jump in the game. It doesn't look like it. There's just a pallet here, and I'm gonna try and jump over it. Hey! Hardest trick in the run. I'm telling you, that was it. It's all downhill from here. Okay. So, in this next room, there's more man hacks. Yay. Just past these guys. Excuse me. If we get lucky, we can jump off these man hacks and skip a fair bit. This is called man hack jump, and the man hacks were bad. That's alright. That's the hardest trick in the run, so it's fine that we miss it. Okay, they're actually just bullying me now. This is unfair. Okay. We'll try it again. There we go. We just need to get into the tunnel. That skips like a physics puddle where you gotta go to the other side and bring some stuff through and do a bunch of stuff that I don't want to do. so we can just hide and climb over it instead. Okay, we're coming into a section of the run called Boatless. If you remember Half-Life 2, you'll remember the section where you've got the airboat, and you're like cruising through all these tunnels, and we skip the airboat entirely because it's very slow in comparison to how fast we can move. Basically, you don't actually need to pick it up, but there are certain points where it checks for it. But we've worked out over the years different ways of skipping these points and getting through them. So, yeah. Boatless is generally considered the hardest part of the run, and it's just a bit awful. But it's also really fun if you can get a good boatless. So yeah, we're just going to be ABHing and ASHing through these fields, and we're just going to be landing in water / sliding off things to avoid damage, because that's how fall damage works, I guess. If you just slide off things or land in a centimeter of water, you're good. Yeah. So generally, this movement cap in this game is pretty high, something like 4,500, I think. The airboat travels at like 700 or something like that. So we can move quite a bit faster than we could in the airboat. We're just jumping over walls and like skipping over maps at this point. There's too many to really like mention in detail. Now we're doing another save delete to get ourselves the airboat. We need this to get into no clip glitch. So whenever you're in a vehicle in this game, you're actually in no clip. The vehicle handles your collision, so the game puts you in no clip so that you don't get any weird funky stuff happening. The issue is this causes more weird funky stuff if you know what you're doing. So we're going to go back onto this map, and we're going to position our airboat just in the position where we can get into it and skip over the change level trigger. Because when you get into the airboat, you're actually teleporting a little bit. So we're just going to be standing here, getting in, and we're just past the change level trigger. So now we're lining up the airboat and driving backwards to get ourselves up here, making a quick save, and we're going to try and get out of the airboat into the change level trigger when the airboat isn't going to transition to the next level. This will mean that we'll still be in the airboat exit animation, but the airboat won't exist in the next map. So it won't finish us exiting us out of the airboat. So we'll still be in no clip with no airboat, and we'll just be in no clip. There we go. That's it. I think. It's not it. Okay. I might need to get a different setup. This might not work. I'll give it a couple more goes. Yeah, okay, we'll try it again. There we go, that's it. 100%. There we go. So now we're in no clip. For those who don't know, no clip is just like the ability to fly and not collide with anything. We're grabbing a bunch of suit because we're not going to be in no clip for long. You can't touch change level triggers while you're in no clip, so instead we're just going to get hit by this barnacle. This puts us into a state called quick clip. What this means is we now can collide with the world, so the floor, walls, the ceiling, but we can't collide with props properly. We can in some ways. It's sort of weird. But the gist is we'll be able to go through walls by putting props in front of us. You'll see it in a moment. But most of our movement stuff is still pretty standard, or well, to what Half-Life 2 is. Yeah. So basically, when we get up to it, actually no, hold on. Okay, first we're gonna worry about this. So we're coming up to what a lot of people consider to be the hardest map in the game. It's honestly not that hard. People just need to get good. The jump over the pallet is much harder. But yeah, let's just try and get through this, and then we can talk more about quick clip.
So we have a $29 and $6.
Sorry. Just sorry to cut you off. A side effect of quick clip is we also can't get hit by bullets. Bullets just don't hurt us. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
We good?
Yeah, continue, sorry.
Sorry to interrupt you before. So we have a $29.60 donation from Nymeria with no comment. Thank you very much, Nymeria.
Okay. We don't have enough speed to go for this, so I'm going to have to go back a little bit and just set up a bit. Okay. Need a... Ooh, that's not good. You need a bit of speed to go for this part. There we go. Okay, so yeah, quick clip. So, basically, it'll look like we're just jumping into a prop. But in reality, we're moving through the prop, and the game thinks we're in the air. So gravity is still being applied to us, but we're still moving forward. So we're just going to be moving through the wall, basically. And it won't look like it until we reach the other side of the wall, when the game will realize that we're actually through the wall, and it'll update everything. So that includes the world hitbox and your view and everything like that. We're just going to not take damage because we go into there. Don't worry about it. It just happens. Yeah, so recently there's been a change from the normal version that we used to play on. Ooh. Okay, this is awkward, but it's fine. Which is like a pre-Steam version, or a pre-Steam pipe version is what we call it. Basically, there was a glitch on Steam for a long time that made it so whenever you would save load, whenever you would load a save, the game would stutter a bunch and frames would just drop. They fixed that like a week ago, so we're now playing on the Steam version. The only issue is loads in between maps are very, very long now. Yeah, you can see we're just clipping through walls. This is a trick called Chili Launch. It's named after Chili and such. He's a runner of this game. He's a very cool dude. But this launch is pretty hard. It's actually the hardest trick in the run. I lied. I'm sorry. Okay. I think that's it. There we go. Ooh, I'm low on HP. That might not be it. Never mind. We're loading back. We're trying again. There we go. Yeah, we ended up taking full damage and a bit more than we actually could afford. So we had to just go back and do it again. Oh my god. I'm just not getting speed. So you'll see when I start a hop sequence, I try and do a bit of a circle. That's called a circle strafe. It's just a faster way of starting a sequence. If you got something, yeah.
Everyone, I'd just like to announce that we have passed the $2,000 mark. Thanks to these fine donations. So we have a $2.96 donation from Bakuman84 saying, "Hey Wilbur man, finally in time to see you. When's a race with M Sushi 100?
Sorry, what was that? Last bit? I heard most of it. I heard it was from Baku.
Said, when's your race with M Sushi 100?
Whenever he stops playing Celeste. Hi Baku. M Sushi's a runner who used to play Portal and Portal 2. He now only plays Celeste. He's a
We have another donation from Anonymous. It's $44.40. It says, "Go Wilbo." Thank you very much, Anonymous.
Thank you very much, Anonymous.
We have $1.78 from Mark that says, "Hi Wilbo, good luck with the run, and it was fun meeting up with you today. If you scuff coast, I'm gonna be mad."
Wait, what was that last bit?
If you scuff coast, I'm gonna be mad.
Okay, that just means if I mess up the coast section, I think. I'm struggling to hear. Apparently the mic's off. The mic's off. I was wondering why I couldn't hear it properly.
My mic? Hello? Oh.
Oh. Okay, the battery's dead, everyone. I'll try and do my best by myself. Yeah, so I guess let's explain the category. Actually, no. Hold on. We'll do that in a second. Okay. Hold on. I'm getting muddled. Okay. So we're coming up to a cutscene. This is like a 5-minute long cutscene. It's called Black Mesa East. We're gonna do a bit to try and skip as much of it as we can. We're just gonna set up some props for later. So yeah, we're just setting up a couple of props. We'll explain it later. Okay. So this category. This is any percent new engine, no void clip. So any percent is standard speedrun thing. That just means beating the game without cheating as fast as possible. New engine is the version of this game that's ran on. So there's two versions. There's old engine and new engine. Old engine is the initial release in 2004. This had normal bunny hopping and a bunch of other tricks that are patched out in the new version. But in exchange, we get a bunch of different things such as ABH. So yeah, this is new engine is the version you would have played if you played this game anytime like after 2007. So yeah. And the other word is no void clip. Void clipping is a trick that like allows you to clip through walls, but it involves save loading tick perfectly, and it ends up being like slower by a huge amount in real time. So like, you know, a run that might be, because we time this game in game time for the most part. So for a run that might be like, I don't know, an hour in game time, it'll end up being like 2 hours real time, and it just ends up being an awful mess. Yeah, so we're setting up some props here. This is going to let us skip this elevator, or get down the elevator early. We still need to wait for it at some point, but this lets us do some stuff in the meantime. Our end goal here is to trigger 2 parts of the cutscene at once. So we're going to try and go down and trigger a bunch of stuff the Mossman's supposed to trigger later on, and get Alex spawn early is our goal. So we're just going to go around here and go into this room, and then leave the room. And that's it. Oh, wait. And that's it. Yeah. So I don't have sound. This next part's going to be a little bit hard. Or not really. I'm just going to try and hope that I can hear well enough. Actually, hold on. Wait, I think there is sound. I think it's just really quiet.
Eli, look who I found in the airlock.
Okay, hold on.
Gordon Freeman.
Hey.
Let me get a look at you, man.
So we're just trying to block Mossman
My
so that we can get
God,
Alex to
that
spawn,
will
because
change
if
my
Mossman goes
iota.
here
How
too
do
quick,
you do
Alex
it?
won't spawn. Oh. Alex spawned anyway, it's
The
okay.
last time I
The
saw you,
bodyguard
I
said
set
you were
you
here.
up for help.
Sometimes this happens when you do this. Eli just gets this stuck to his hand, and he looks a bit like Mega Man, so we call him Mega Man
I
Eli.
guess you proved
It's
you
not
can
Black
handle yourself
Mesa,
out there.
But there's nothing Gordon can't
It's going to be a
handle.
lot more like Black
With
Mesa with
possible
Gordon.
exception, right? You are.
Dad, please.
Okay. Yeah, so the rest of this is just like waiting. It's just a bunch of cutscene, and it's
Let me just finish
yeah.
up some work, and I'll see what I can dig up.
Can I read some
Dr.
donations?
Freeman?
yeah. Go ahead.
It's
All
been a
right,
real
so the
honor.
donations
I'm
that
looking forward to
you
it.
guys might have missed because my mic cut out was Go Wilbo from
Feel free to
Anonymous.
look around.
and we had Mark saying, "Hi Wilbo, good luck on the run. It was fun meeting you today. If you mess up Coast, I'm going to be mad." And we got another one from Chirping Cat with no comment. And lastly, we had one from Dylan that said,
Dr.
"This
Freeman,
speedrun
you
is
should
what
stay
made
with
me
Eli.
come to PAX.
Go on.
Knock it out of the
I'll
park,
be joining you
Wilbo.
shortly.
What was that last one?
Knock it out of the park."
Okay, thank you so much, everybody. Yeah, Mark met up with me today, and he gave me $2 as an IRL donation. So I
Alex,
guess I'll pass that on to you guys in a moment.
Watch.
The Vortiguns relieved me so I could come see Gordon. Anyway, I should be in here working on the portal.
I have the repairs well in hand.
Yeah.
Someone misjudged the capacity of the Combine by
So coming up, on the next map,
Are
you're
you
supposed to
blaming
grab the
me?
gravity gun. You're supposed to sit through this
No.
huge cutscene, you're supposed to meet
Oh,
Dog,
it's a
you're
calculation
supposed to do
error,
all
not
these
a
kind of
problem.
things. But
Then maybe
that's very
you should
slow.
let me
So
do the
instead we're going to skip all of that, and we're not going to get the
calculations
gravity gun
next
until
time
like
as
the last
well as
part of the run.
Really? Sometimes I think you deliberately misunderstand.
Basically, using quick clip, you can just clip out of the room
why don't
and
you take Gordon
skip the entire
along
thing and
and
go
give
straight
him
to
some
Ravenholm
practice
without
with the gravity
doing any of that.
Sure. Come on, Gordon. Let's go have some fun.
The 0-point energy field manipulator is not a toy, Alex.
Ugh, let's get out of here.
I wanted to save load there because for some reason save loading there makes that teleport happen. I don't think anybody knows why, but it just kind of
So I
does.
see you've met Dr. Mossman. She's
Okay,
one of the
so
main
yeah, we're just
reasons
trying
I
to clip through
spent
that wall so that way we can play some props for later on.
Should have been her in the Black Mesa test chamber that day. I'm sorry, I should be talking behind.
There's normally an invisible wall in the next level here, so we're just going to use that box for clipping through it. Oh no.
That's the old passage to Ravenholm.
Okay.
We don't go there anymore.
Oh, we got something. Okay, normally this teleport on the ramp is like really, really difficult and doesn't work ever. So I'm glad that we got something there. Okay, so we're just gonna put that there. Hold on, I'm gonna get this. Okay, we'll take that. Yeah, we just trying to clip out of there early. It really wasn't worth doing that many times, but I wanted to get it, so I got it. Okay, yeah, so we just clipped through everything, and now we're heading to Ravenholm. You're supposed to do a fair bit of stuff before this, as I said earlier, and get the gravity gun, but that's just very, very slow. Ravenholm is a really cool section of this run for a few reasons. We're going to be doing a lot of damage boosts, or explosion boosts. So, damage in this game boosts you. I was trying to jump and crouch on that ladder because that lets you teleport up a little bit. Damage boosts in this game, so if you explode a barrel or if you throw a nade under you, you'll boost up a bit. We're going to be using this to fly over as much of this map, much of this part of the game as we can. Okay, I'm just trying to clip into here, but the barrel is not being kind to me. Hey, there we go. Okay, so this is the first example of a nade boost. We're going to line up this barrel in a pretty tight spot, jump on it, and then kind of just fly backwards. And continue going. Yeah, this is basically just how Ravenholm is. You're just gonna be doing this. I'm just gonna be doing this in a bunch of maps. Coming up is one of the shortest maps. It's all vertical movement, basically downwards and upwards again through rooms, but we can clip through walls and also through floors. Oh, another achievement. Oh, achievement progress only. So we're just gonna clip down here, and that's the map. This is one of the hardest nade boosts in the run because it's a double nade boost. What that means is we're using both a regular nade and an SMG nade. This makes the timing really difficult and it can be really awful. This is really hard because the sound's off, for me at least. Or like off in timing. There we go. So now we just, oh, can we make this? Hey, okay. So yeah, and that lets us go over that map as well. This is a launch called Ravioli Launch. It's another just nade boost. Pretty much the same thing you've seen before. We're only just going to be using a regular nade this time instead of an SMG nade though. Because we don't have any SMG nades left. There we go. And that was Ravenholm. Okay. I just used that barrel to clip down into this swimming bit. Oh my god. Okay. Coming up, there's a bit where you're supposed to use the gravity gun to push a cart to kill a bunch of zombies, but we're just going to use a nade boost to just jump over it all. Because we're going up a slope, it was really hard to get any beaches there, so we ended up going pretty slow, but it happens. Yeah, so we're coming up to Coast. So Coast is like pretty infamous in this run for being like the movement intensive section. Like the part of the run that's really cool, and it's less hard for the boatless, so it's a lot more like fun for most people. Oh, that's not good. That's not great. Okay, there we go.
Vital signs critical.
Yeah, okay. So, let's continue to flip through here. Okay, we, normally there's a dead guy there, or a shot guy there called Winston, but he's not here anymore because, we flipped through the wall. He didn't spawn. So we saved Winston. We did it, guys. So, Coast of the section of the runway, you're supposed to use the Jeep, and you're supposed to just drive around, and, it's again, really slow. So,
Hello, Dr.
we're just gonna
Freeman.
ADH instead.
Car's all ready for you. Hop in and I'll lower you down to the beach.
Okay, this is a trick where we jump from one island to another. Or one part of the island to another, technically, is the same island. I'm sorry for lying. Again. We're just trying to land an extra hop here. I can make it with what I had there, but it'd be less cool. And I'd have less HP. There we go. So yeah, we just fly around and we just skip over, like, a big portion of map there. The maps on Coast are really, really big, but we end up flying over most of it, so you don't get to see that much. Oh my god, I'm struggling to speak now. You guys are making me nervous. Okay. Once again, because this is slightly angled, you can not take full damage on it if you're going forward fast enough, so I don't know how that works. It just does. And we're just going to fly over here. Okay. Oh, that's the best launch that's possible. Nice. Yeah, so Coast like comes down to things like that. There I got a really, really good launch, and it's just about getting the best launches possible. So we're just gonna fly across this gap here. Okay, that's unlucky. I took a bit of damage there. It's fine. We still had way more HP than we actually need here. We've been pretty good on HP management so far, so it's not a big deal. And we're coming up to the worst map in Coast. It's just awful. Like, I don't know. There are antlions, and the way the antlions spawn is they come out of the ground. The issue is, with the speed that we're traveling at, the antlions tend to get stuck on you when they're coming out of the floor. So, like, if you're unlucky, they'll just get stuck on you and you'll lose all your speed, and it'll just be an awful mess of dealing with antlions. And just trying to make sure that you don't die. Or, well, not that you don't die, that you don't get stuck in them permanently.
You there! Stop where you are!
You idiot. Walking in the sand brings antlions. Something. I don't remember. Ooh, that's not good. Okay. We took a bit more damage there than I really wanted to take. There we go. That's a trick called rock launch, or rock bounce. I wanted to actually not get that trick because the backup is going for a trick called Shadow Temple Early, which is named after the OOT trick. So I wanted to call back to the last run, even though there wasn't Shadow Temple Early in that particular run. But I guess we're just too good at the game and we go too quick. It happens. Okay, we're coming into prison. So far, we've gone through like all the really, really movement-intensive parts of the run, and we're coming up to some of the more trick-based parts of the run, some of the parts with more quick clips, and that kind of stuff. Just after this one last difficult pop sequence. Oh, that's not going to work. There we go. I really wanted to get a hole-in-one there. A hole-in-one is where you go straight in here. But instead we have to go a bit slower. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, that's not great. Let's just do this. I didn't want to take... Oh, no. I need both these boxes. No, don't get me stuck. There we go. Yeah, we just clip through there. That skips a helicopter fight. You're supposed to like fight with a helicopter, and he goes like, pew pew, and you shoot him down, and then he breaks open a wall. But you can just clip through it. Okay. Actually, earlier in the run, I mentioned the trick that allowed us to skip Red Letter Day, the cutscene at the very start, the big skip that we did, and I messed up 3 times, and I want to talk about the mess-ups. I know I mentioned that it was called Bill's Big Thrill. I just want to talk about this because it's funny. The guy that found the trick is a guy called Bill the Thrill. He's a casual player. He played through Half-Life 2 casually on stream one time, and he ended up getting a trick that had never been seen before in speedrunning, in anything. And yeah, it's what allowed us to skip, to find a 5-minute time save in this run. It's pretty incredible, just how much just comes down to Rands finding things in speedrunning. To put that into perspective, like that trick that we did still exists in like Gmod. So like games that like lots and lots of people play, it just wasn't found ever. There we go. Okay. Here's a hard flip. I didn't get it. There we go. Okay, so the next few maps are basically meant to be like big cutscenes. We're going to be skipping the vast majority of it. So, yeah. So it's basically going to come down to just like getting creative with where we go and how we move and what we do. So we're going to be bringing this box with us, for example. Because we're going to be using it as a clip down and get up to the place that we're not supposed to be and do a bunch of stuff later on, or right now. So, yeah. God, these loads are so long on the Steam version. I'm not used to it yet. Yeah, so we toss the box up here. Oh, I did not mean to shoot the box. Okay. So we just throw it up there. We throw it up really fast, that way it doesn't get blown up by the nade. And we just throw it up here. Oh my god. There we go. Let me just go up here. And then we clip down over here. And this is just like moving us through huge portions of the map that we just don't get to see because we're just clipping around it. Or clipping straight through walls, or doing just weird things. And this is basically just like what Half-Life 2 is at this point. Is just like either huge ABH sequences or just going through walls. Oh, that's not ideal. There we go. Am I stuck in the ground? Yes. Okay. Guess we just gotta do that again. Okay, cool. It's all good. There's like no way. Yeah. Oh, nice. Normally you take a lot of damage there and I would have had to grab some more HP later on, but because we have exactly 15, that's enough for me to not worry about getting more HP at all. At least not for a little bit.
You're coming up to another control room. It's still up.
Oh, can I get on? Okay, maybe I do need to worry about HP. Never mind, we're good. See? 1 HP. I told you it was the perfect amount.
Emergency. Dead imminent.
Okay, I had to wait for that to stop moving, because otherwise I was going to get stuck in it. Oh. Actually, just realized. Am I good? Okay. Yeah, so if props are moving, you'll get stuck on them if you walk into them when you have quick clip. It's just a side effect of the way it is. It just happens. So it can be a bit awkward, but it's well worth it for the time save that quick clip causes. Okay, so this is Prison 08. We just got ourselves stuck inside a floor, and I landed up bad. Basically, when you save load and you're in a prop, you'll go down a bit. We're now shooting nades at some decently precise positions, and by doing this, we can save load repeatedly, and we'll just move through this wall. Oh wait, hold on, that's wrong. That's fine. There we go, okay. I pressed the wrong bind. We need to be at 30 FPS to do this, because otherwise you'll go at a wrong angle, because the FPS dictates how far you move and in what directions when you're clipping through walls. So we grab that turret, and then we're gonna save load again, and grab this turret just through the wall, and that triggers parts of this cutscene to happen at different times. The end goal of this is just to get this to activate our link. So there's like a firefight that's supposed to happen later on. We grab this bit of material from the wall, and we're just going to position it right there. That'll stop Mossman from activating that panel, touching it at all, doing stuff with it. And because she can't do anything with it, she's gonna stand there. Wait, why is Alex here? Wait, what? What happened? Wait, this actually is very wrong. Hold on. Why is Alex here? Where is Mossman? I've not seen this. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna work. We're loading back. No, I don't have a save. Okay. Let's try load order save. 01. Okay, we're just gonna try this again and hope it works properly. So, Alex isn't supposed to be here. It's supposed to be one of the side effects of the glitches that we've done and the ways we've skipped through the levels. Alex isn't supposed to spawn. Oh. Actually, I think I might know it. Oh, God. I don't know. I'm... This is weird. Okay, that's... We'll try it, and if Alex spawns this time, we'll just see if it works, okay? And if it doesn't, we'll cheat a little bit, okay? Don't tell anybody. Shh. Don't tell anybody about it, okay? Ooh. We good? Okay, yeah, we're live. Yeah. We just had to make sure that we actually got to grab those. Okay. Let's hope Alex doesn't spawn. And if she does, let's hope it just works anyway. Okay, can you not shoot me? Oh, we keep one of these guys alive because this prevents any more enemies from spawning. It waits for you to finish the first wave before it spawns anymore, so we just keep the first wave alive and then it doesn't spawn anymore. I don't know what he is, but we're just gonna try and put that there and hope this works. Okay. Okay, he's just trying to kill the turrets that are behind the force field. Okay. That's fine. I have no idea why Alex is here. I don't know if this works. We're gonna hope. Oh, Mussman's here. Okay. Yeah, so normally this is really weird because Alex doesn't spawn, but I guess Alex did spawn. So, I don't know. I've never seen this happen before. I have no idea what's going on. You guys are on a learning experience with me, okay? This is what speed gaming's all about. So we're just looking up at this elevator. It'll flash different colors at some point, and this will tell us when we need to remove this. And doing this basically lets the elevator go down a lot faster than it's supposed to. So this ends up saving a pretty significant amount of time. Oh, don't shoot them, don't shoot them, don't shoot them. They can die. I can't die to bullets, so I try and just get them to shoot me instead of them. Oh, wait. I'm gonna hope that was first cycle. Don't shoot them. Oops.
Dr. Kleiner.
I have no idea why Alex is here. This is really confusing me.
I'm sorry, Alex.
What's going on, Alex?
Bye. That just happens. I don't know, dude. He just sinks through the floor. He can also die sometimes. It's just the way it is. Okay, so because we're in quick clip, we can't actually touch this elevator. So we're gonna try and use a nade to boost up to the trigger to change level instead of going in it.
Use the turrets.
Oh, Alex is okay. Have a good time there, Alex. This is pretty weird. Nope, that's pretty close. There we go. I have no idea why Alex is here. This is really confusing me, but I think it's working. I think we're good. Okay, it worked. We're good. Oh. I've never seen that happen before. I'm very confused. Okay. So we're just gonna climb up over Alex and push this into the wall. We can't actually push it with anything because we didn't get the gravity gun, so we can clip through it by pushing it with the orb though. So, yeah. Then we're just trying to clip through all these walls. That skips to like a cutscene with Alex and Kleiner. And he's like, where have you been? We're like, just chilling. How about you? Okay. There's an invisible wall over this car, so we're trying to... There we go. So we're just trying to launch over it with the fence. Doing nade boost is really weird because I rely on the audio cue of the nades ticking normally, but I can't rely on that because the Guru is slightly out of sync from what I'm seeing. So, yeah. It's a bit weird. But it's all good. We just clip through a wall there and then we go through. Yeah. So we're into D17. This part of the run's supposed to be around like you're supposed to be like getting people to follow you and then you can command them or whatever. We don't do any of that because it's very slow and also very unnecessary. Like I don't even know if I did it when I casually played the game. I don't remember doing it. There we go. So we're just gonna keep on going through. We're gonna grab this little pallet and climb over. We're gonna use this to either clip through or go over this fence depending on how the pallet treats me. Okay, the answer is we're getting stuck in the pallet. That's not one of the options. We're going over the fence. Okay. I just need that health. Okay. So... Can we flip in? We can't. Okay. We got another achievement progress. We're doing good. 100% playthroughs coming up. Okay, so this is a really big, I guess you call it a triple nade boost, technically. You're doing 2 nades and then another SMG nade afterwards. So, ooh, we put that there. Let me just try and... Oh, that's not good. Okay. I got bounced down off something there. I don't know what it was, but it was something. God, I'm actually getting very, I don't know. This is just being hard. I keep on shooting that too far back. There we go. Okay. All right. This map has one of the hardest clips in the run. Probably the hardest quick clip in the run, singular. It's just really awful. It's like a really tight corner you gotta get into, and then you gotta do a little bit of a tight ASH. It can be a bit awful. You'll see it in a second. First we're just gonna go over here and just get over to it. I hate manhacks. Oh my god. So yeah, we're just pushing this in like here, and just trying to go through. Hey, that actually worked first try. Okay. I'm really happy with that one. Okay. So yeah, the rest of this is just like more clipping through walls to just do as much as we can as quickly as we can. This box is not treating me kindly. Okay. Oh no. I think we're fine. Okay, I didn't die. I'm happy. I'm also not flipping through this wall, so I'm not particularly happy. Okay, that's just bullying. I think we're fine with that HP. It's not an issue. We're good. Okay. I don't know. We're just drawing towards more man hacks, and it's worrying me. They haven't been nice to me once this run, and I have no reason to think they ever will be. So we'll see. We'll see how we go. Okay. Can I get that? Hello? Okay. Cool. I'm going to clip through this gate and clip through the next gate after it, you'll see. And then there are man hacks, and I'm very, very concerned for how this is going to go. But I'm hoping they don't bully me too bad. Okay, that was really weird. But, it's alright. Oh, come on. Hey, okay. Alright, we got the clip quickly, so the man hacks ended up not bothering us. It's okay. Oof. I think that's the last time we have to worry about man hacks in the run as well, so we're good. Okay, we're coming up to a triple nade boost here. This one using an explosive barrel, an SMG nade, and a regular nade. And it lets us just like skip a big puzzle here, and ooh. And we're gonna have to redo it because I was not supposed to be like that. There we go. So we can climb up here and just keep on going. Okay. We're just trying to get over walls and get over everything and head towards the next part. What am I doing? Which is actually another really hard clip. This one's kind of weird. So we use an SMG nade boost and then boost us into a box that's on a barrel. And this lets us like get a lot of speed and do a clip and then like fling over this fence. You'll see it. It's pretty cool. So we line up like really precisely just here and then fling through this. There's only like 3 frames I think to do this, so it's pretty tight. And I'm just not getting it. There we go. And then we head into this bank or museum or something. So we're drawing towards like part of the room where we get the rocket launcher and we get to do just more nade boosts. And more particularly right now, we're getting to the part of the room where we have to deal with like the hoppers and in their really annoying room. If we can actually get to it. I don't know if we can clip through the walls to get to it. It's like, it's not working right now. There we go. Okay. So yeah, we just gotta hope that they don't... Hey, they actually let us through really cleanly. I'm incredibly happy. My HP's a little bit low, so I'm gonna have to grab some more up here though. I meant to shoot these guys earlier, but it's fine. Okay. Basically, for a lot of this section of the run, the two resources that you're managing are HP and grenades, because those are the two things that you need to go as quickly as you can. So we use rockets. Ooh, please don't do that. Oh, okay. That's fine. Yeah, so we just use rockets whenever we can, and we try and have HP to use rockets as much as we can as well. Oh my god, they're actually just bullying. I've never had a nade thrown after me there. I'm so close. If you get that right, you can launch off that tire and fling across all this. Wait, why am I using that? Instead, we just have to use an SMG nade. Okay, this is another dumpster launch here. So I mentioned how you can launch off dumpsters. They're in a really convenient size and angle to get some really big launches off them if you've got a lot of speed. So coming up here, we just try and build up speed and then launch, and we can get over here. If I can get in. There we go. And we're coming towards the end of City 17. Oh, here's also the first and only time you might see Dog, if he decides to, or if I look the wrong way or I'm too slow. So you might have 3 frames. Okay. Yeah, okay, I'll let you guys see him, okay? Just a little bit, just a little bit. There he is. Okay. So you're supposed to open up this patch in the ground here, but you can just kind of clip into it. And then we're going to be doing a save delete here. So I mentioned, so you know, we did these a lot earlier in the run. We couldn't do them. Oh wait, this might not work. Hold on, I might have messed up. We have to do that last bit a little bit again. No, we're good. Okay. We couldn't do them while we had quick clip. The reason is because when you have quick clip, if you save delete, you will no longer have quick clip. So we don't have quick clip anymore. The reason is because it's just not useful for the rest of the run. But we do have the gravity gun, so that's cool. I'm going to use this in a little bit. So this is, so coming up here is a trick called Rocket Man. It's where you use a rocket and then bounce off this, and then fling across the end. Okay, that's not as far as I would like it, but it's fine. We can just jump around here. Okay, and now I've got 3 minutes of cutscene. If you've got anything to read, now's the time. Oh. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Warning. Vital signs critical. Seek medical attention.
So we are Australian Speedruns, a group doing speedrun events to raise money for charity. For this event, we're raising money for Child's Play, a charity dedicated to improving the lives of children in hospitals through the power of play. If you'd like to donate, you can either go to donate.ausspeedruns.com, or for those in the audience, we have a donation team at the desk up the front as well. We have 2 donation incentives coming up soon, which is the Color of Spyro and the Choice of Language in Octopath Traveler.
Awesome. So I guess let's talk a bit of, a bit about the community of this game and everything like that. So Half-Life and Half-Life 2 share a pretty shared community. The Sorcerers community, it's a bunch of really cool people, and everyone's very, very supportive if you want to get into these games. For Half-Life 2, there's tutorials being made right now, along with some pretty good existing recent tutorials if you want to get into this game in terms of running it. I promise it can look a lot better than I made it look on this run. We had a lot of mistakes happen, a lot of bad things. Technically, it is possible to skip this cutscene. It takes about a minute. It still saves 2 minutes, but we're not going for it because it's really, really, really difficult. And I mean, if I'm messing up Red Letter Skip 3 times in this run, all right, we're definitely not going for that. Yeah. But it's a really cool community. If you're at all interested in this, check it out, sorceruns.org, or you can join the Sorcerers Discord, which is also linked on sorceruns.org. yeah. Currently, the world record of this game is something 48 something, I think, by Malta Muller. He's a Danish speedrun boy. He's very cool. He's a nice dude. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's full of a bunch of really cool people. I guess for Half-Life 2, in terms of speedruns, there's been like, actually no, hold on. Okay, so, sorry, I'm on like 3 different tracks at the same time in my head, and it's confusing me. So, coming up, we get out of this pod, and we're gonna try and get close to this fizzler here, or this force field, rather. Getting my Valve games confused real quick. Okay, so we position ourselves in this spot, and we're just on the edge of being inside this area, so our weapons can be taken away. So we exit the area. Whoop, don't want to grab that. Hold on. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. Yeah, we want to be just on the edge, so that way we can grab the rocket launcher. It actually only saves like 20 seconds, but I want to do it, so we're doing it. There we go. So we just get the rocket launcher. Yeah, the rest of the guns get fizzled, but we're just on the edge here, so we can't get them fizzled. I'm just going to grab this. Okay. So we need a fair bit of HP here, because this is like one of the last times that we get HP in the run. And let me just fling over there. That's the one to use the rocket launcher. That's why I wanted to do that. That's it. Okay. Yeah, so we've got the supercharged gravity gun. We're looking good. And we're coming towards the end of the run. Okay, so we're coming up to a trick called Orb Launch. You saw earlier how I used the orb out of the assault rifle to boost a prop into a wall and then clip through with it. This is a similar thing. We're going to position this right here and grab this and then just like... Apparently he threw a nade at me and it threw me off. Okay. So we grab this, position us in the same spot, right there. Go. And then we just boost ourselves up really high because the orb under here gives a lot of force. Not quite high enough to get up though. Come on. Okay, I just died. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. The good news about this run is I made everything look a lot harder than it actually is.
I've laid the foundation for humanity's survival.
Ooh. Okay. We're going to try and skip one pod here. Basically, all the pods are actually active in this next section where you have to get into a pod. We're just going to try and get into one ahead of where we're actually supposed to by just jumping into it. There we go. And now we're coming up to like 7 more minutes of cutscene. This is what the end of this game is. If you've got anything to read, you can go for it.
I've just got a question, actually. The category is no void clip. What's void clip?
Oh, sure. I talked about this briefly earlier, but I think I messed up the explanation a fair bit. So, void clipping is a glitch in this run where if you get yourself stuck on a wall, and then save the load frame perfectly, so one frame after the other, you let one frame go through, you'll never lose the speed from when you're stuck on the wall. So you'll just keep your speed and you'll travel through the wall. And you can use this to skip over like huge portions of the map and save huge amounts of time in game time, but it ends up being a huge amount slower in real time. So the main category of this game at this point is any % no void clip because it's so much faster real time and so much more fun. I think the only person who's run any percent with the current route is Multum, like, who's the same person who holds the any percent no void clip world record. Not like this, like right at the end of the run. Like, a bit over. I can speed up the cutscene and we can skip it if you want. Yeah. Okay, we're running very far behind, so we're just gonna speed up the cutscene, and it'll look a bit funny, okay? I'm so sorry for this run being so far behind, everyone. We just had a few things that went very, very bad, and it ended up being very unlucky. I promise this is just a glitch. We didn't cheat. Oh, this might be. Okay, we're good. We're good. Wait, hold on. That's not actually gonna work. Wait, are we good? Hold on. Okay, hold on. We're just gonna do some more not cheating. Okay, there we go. We're good.
Watch out, he's gonna.
Okay, so I mentioned earlier when I was talking about how when you're in a vehicle, you've got no clip and I got no clip glitch. We're doing the same thing here, basically. So we're getting this vehicle deleted because it normally deletes after you exit it. But by save loading repeatedly, we're delaying our exit. So we're going to get into no clip just after we finish save loading here. I think that should be good. Yeah, okay, we're good. So we can just fly, get no clip, grab the gravity gun, and throw some mobs in here. And that's coming up to time very, very soon. And I promise we didn't actually skip anything important, okay? We only skipped over cutscene. Very sorry about that. I'm sorry we're so far behind. But yeah, so we're just going over here, and we're getting Alex to come with us. We just did the final boss up there while we're in no clip. Just getting Alex to actually say the final bit of dialogue, and that's time. And that's time right there. Yeah. I don't know what to say. That run went very, very badly, but I hope it showed why Half-Life 2 is a really cool speed game in some regards. Yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed it. Thank you.